7 places to touch that she'll always remember. Smart men get it. Have you ever wondered how to truly touch the heart of an older woman, both literally and emotionally? Unlike the fleeting sparks of youth, where attraction often comes from appearance or impulsive feelings, mature women experience connection on a much deeper and more refined level. They are not just looking for physical touch, they are seeking understanding, a sense of being valued, and the comfort of emotional safety. There are certain areas of the body that might seem simple or ordinary. But when you touch them the right way, with tenderness, thoughtfulness, and genuine emotion, they can awaken feelings she may have thought were long forgotten. Feelings of being desired, of being cherished like in the early days of love, of a deep bond that does not require words. In today's video, I am going to share with you 7 touch points that, when approached with sincerity and gentle care, can make an older woman feel deeply loved, connected, and, in some moments, completely captivated. But keep this in mind, this is not about tricks or tactics to win someone over. This is about the unspoken language of emotion, a way to show her that you see her, you respect her, and that you are truly present with her in the moment. If you are ready to explore that kind of meaningful connection, let us begin, right now. 1. Lower back, the touch of safety and protection. Have you ever wondered, how can you make an older woman feel truly cared for while simply walking beside her? One of the simplest yet most powerful ways is through a gentle touch on her lower back. It may sound like nothing special, but the lower back is actually a very emotionally sensitive area. A light, respectful touch, nothing forceful or controlling, can quietly say, "I am here with you. You are safe with me." Picture this. You and she are walking together, maybe through a busy street, or climbing a staircase. You place your hand gently on her lower back, not to push or guide, but just to be there, just to offer presence and support. That small gesture speaks volumes. In that moment, you are not just making physical contact, you are touching something deeper, her sense of emotional safety. Older women are incredibly perceptive. They notice the little things. And when you show care in such a subtle, thoughtful way, it tends to linger in their hearts much longer than grand gestures ever could. But a quick reminder, this kind of touch is not about control. And it is not about showing dominance. It is about being gently present, like silent protection, without saying a word. So next time you are walking beside her, do not hesitate to try this simple, tender gesture. You might be surprised, because sometimes, the quietest moments leave the deepest impression. 2. The nape, a subtle gesture of understanding and respect. Have you ever wondered if there is a place you can touch that speaks louder than words? One that can stir something deep inside her heart? That place is the nape of her neck. The nape is one of the most emotionally sensitive areas on a woman's body. Especially for someone who has lived through many experiences. At a more mature stage in life, the softness and vulnerability of the nape is not just physical, it is deeply emotional. When you offer a gentle touch, maybe just a soft brush of your fingertips, or a light contact during a warm embrace, she will feel something far beyond the surface. It is not just about the physical touch. It is about listening with your hands, showing that you understand. It is like saying, "I know you are no longer that impulsive young girl. I see you, I understand your quiet strength, and I respect the tenderness you still carry inside." The key here is to be delicate and respectful. Never sudden, never intrusive. Let it happen naturally, maybe while holding her from behind, or gently tucking her hair away during a quiet moment together. This kind of touch is not just intimate, it is deeply emotional. It lets her feel loved in a way that is soft, sincere, and real. Try it, just once, with care, and you might notice something beautiful. The way she looks at you afterward, it might be softer, warmer, and filled with a kind of affection that words can never express. 3. The arm, a gentle touch that speaks volumes during conversation. Sometimes, you do not need to say much to show a woman you care. A simple, well-timed touch on the arm can say more than words ever could. Picture this. You and her are deep in conversation, maybe at a cozy coffee shop, or just walking together through a quiet park. She is sharing something meaningful, something that stirs emotion. In that moment, you gently place your hand on her arm. Not for long, not forced, just a brief, honest gesture that tells her, "I am truly listening to you." The arm is a natural point of contact. especially during heartfelt conversations. A soft touch can serve as a silent nod, your way of saying, "I am here with you," fully present. But here is the important part. Let it happen naturally. Do not plan it, and definitely do not force it. Women, especially mature women, are incredibly perceptive. They can tell the difference between a genuine moment and a scripted move. And it is the sincerity that truly touches their hearts. A gentle, intentional touch on the arm can create a powerful sense of connection, sometimes even more so than sweet words or romantic gestures. So next time you find yourself in a meaningful conversation with her, do not underestimate the power of a soft touch on the arm. Sometimes, that one simple act can be the bridge that brings two hearts even closer together. 4. The knee, a soft, subtle touch in quiet, intimate moments. There are times when you and her are simply sitting next to each other, maybe watching a movie, sharing a glass of wine, or just enjoying a quiet evening conversation. And in those peaceful, unhurried moments, a light touch on the knee can carry a surprisingly deep meaning. This kind of touch does not need to be bold or overly intimate. It can be as subtle as resting your hand gently, or even just letting your fingertips brush lightly against her knee. It is not about possession or claiming space. It is more like a quiet message that says, "I am here with you, and I truly value this moment." The knee is a naturally close area when you are sitting side by side, which makes it the perfect place for a touch that is both calming and personal, as long as it comes from a place of comfort, ease, and most importantly, respect for her personal space. You do not want it to feel sudden or catch her off guard. Let it happen slowly, naturally, maybe when you both laugh at a funny moment in the film, or when she is opening up about something close to her heart. In those instances, your touch is not just physical, it becomes emotional. A gentle touch on the knee is more than just contact. It is shared silence. It is presence without pressure. It is the kind of closeness that says more by saying nothing at all. 5. The waist, the perfect balance of protection and passion. When it comes to creating a tender sense of closeness with a woman, the waist is one of those special places where a simple touch can make her feel both protected and gently desired. Picture this. The two of you are dancing, maybe just swaying to a soft song at home or enjoying a slow dance at a small gathering. Your hand rests lightly on her waist, not gripping, not firm, just enough to say, "I am here, and I will always be by your side." The waist is a natural point of connection when two people are close. Whether you are taking a photo together, giving her a soft hug from behind, or guiding her gently through a crowd, placing your hand on her waist can give her a deep sense of security. More than that, it tells her she is loved and noticed, in a quiet, meaningful way. What matters most here is respect. This kind of touch should never feel possessive or overly sensual. Instead, it should feel soft, intentional, and emotionally rich. It should reflect your care, your affection, and yes, even a subtle hint of admiration for the woman standing next to you. Because for mature women, it is not grand gestures or flashy moves that touch their hearts. It is the feeling of being truly valued, respected, and gently cherished. And a touch on the waist, done the right way, can say all of that, without a single word. 6. The hands, a simple gesture that always touches the heart. There is one gesture that might seem too familiar, too simple, but it never fails to bring warmth and connection. That is holding hands. You do not need flowery words or grand displays. Just a gentle reach for her hand, at the right moment, with the right emotion, is enough to let her know, "I am here, with you, and I genuinely care." The hands are one of the clearest ways to show emotional connection. When you hold a woman's hand, especially someone who has lived through many of life's ups and downs, what she feels is not just physical contact. She feels your true presence, your quiet commitment in that very moment. Maybe you are walking together down a peaceful street, or sitting across from each other in a cozy cafe. Then suddenly, without saying anything, you reach out and take her hand. If your touch is gentle and sincere, it becomes an unspoken promise. You do not need anyone else, because I will hold your hand through it all. What matters most is not how tightly you hold on, but how warmly you do it. The goal is not to cling, but to walk beside her, to show her that she is not alone, and that whatever comes, you will be right there, hand in hand, step by step. 7. The wrist, subtle, alluring, and deeply personal. If there is one place on a woman's body that is both sensitive and romantic, where a single touch can speak volumes, it is the wrist. Especially the inner wrist. This delicate area is highly responsive to touch. And even the gentlest gesture, whether it is a soft hold, a gentle caress, or a fleeting kiss, can create a feeling that is deeply personal. Almost like a quiet secret shared between just the two of you. Picture this. You're sitting together in a quiet moment. Maybe it is a goodbye. Or just a calm pause in your evening. You reach out and lightly take her wrist, look into her eyes, and say something simple like, "I love the way you are always so gentle." Touching her wrist is not about control or possession. It is about sending a quiet message of admiration and affection, letting her know that you notice and cherish the little things. That your connection with her goes beyond the surface, into something more thoughtful and intimate. But remember, any touch here should be subtle and respectful. Never rushed, never showy, just enough to let her feel seen and valued, in a way that is meaningful, yet quietly magnetic. You see, what truly matters is not where you touch, but how you touch, and why. A thoughtful, respectful touch can speak volumes. It can express care, appreciation, genuine emotion, or simply whisper, "I am here, and I truly value you." Because women, especially mature women, do not need grand gestures or poetic words. What they need is someone who is attuned to them. Someone who is patient enough to listen to what is not being said, and sensitive enough to reach emotions they themselves may have tucked away long ago. So if you are the kind of man who knows how to touch at the right moment, in the right way, not just with your hand, but with your heart, you may not only move her, you just might awaken an entire world of emotion she thought was long forgotten. Always remember, real connection does not come from the body. It comes from the heart, and from understanding. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this video. If you found these insights meaningful, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this message, so that more people can experience and spread the beauty of thoughtful connection.